Okay, I'm working on an old farmhouse that was built in 1875, and I've removed all the plaster on the walls, and now I'm drywalling, putting drywall over the lath and studs. I have 1¼ inch screws, which are too small. They don't grab the studs that are under the lath. So I've gone to the store and bought 1 5/8. They're a little longer, so gives you just a little more grabbing to get into the stud. So now we're gonna install this, and then I'll show you how we tape and mud the joints. So I pre-marked all the studs, and with plaster and lath you can actually screw into the lath sometimes if you have a hard time finding the studs. But I've marked them. One stud's here, one stud's here. And with these old farmhouses, you could have a board that's 8 inches wide to 2 inches wide for a stud. And these ones happen to be wide boards underneath the lath. So you can pretty much put a screw just about anywhere you want in this particular application. And don't forget to grab your drill before you go to put your drywall up, or you will have to have your cameraman hand it to you. You don't want to go in too far with your screws. You just want to be in just enough to where the screw isn't protruding past the drywall, so when you go to tape and mud, they don't stick out from the drywall. But you don't want to go too far in and break the paper barrier, which will cause your drywall not to stick to the wall. So that's how you want your screws, is just a little bit in. And if you get an area where it breaks, don't worry about it. You can fill that with mud, and when you go to put your corner on, you'll just go right over everything. That hole won't be a problem. And now I'm gonna take a measurement, measure this last piece. And it's good to write it down because you'll forget by the time you get to your sheet. And with an old house, you want to always measure the top and the bottom of the sheet, because 10 to 1 the house is not plumb anymore, or square. So we're going to come over to this sheet and cut this piece. A lot of people use a T-square. I have one, but I'm using my tape measure as a straight edge because my T-square is on another job. So you can use any straight edge to connect your two marks, draw a line, and then just score the drywall. You only have to score it, and break it apart. instance, I have to make a rip as well because the height is different. So I'm going to flip it upside down so my cut's up here instead of bending over. Underneath. 38 1/4, so you can see how far difference is. So that's the important part of taking two numbers. If you take one number and cut the sheet, that could be almost an inch off if I cut it to this number. So you always want to check both sides. I'm just scoring this again. Want to make sure you make your marks on your studs on the bottom so you know where they are. And the top you already know because you should have screws on it. Screw it down. You don't need to use a million screws, just enough to hold it on there. And this tool here is a roto zip for going around outlet boxes, doorways, windows, and whatever you choose to use it for. And right now I gotta trim back my piece because it was a little long. So that's what I'm gonna do. Fits right in. And that is how to install a piece of drywall on top of lath minus the plaster. Good luck on your projects.